Yo, what's going on, people? We back again for another episode of the Gentleman's Lounge, man. Welcome back. We appreciate y'all for tuning in again. You already know it's your boy, Jared. To my left, we got
Les, bald ass Les. Y'all know where to find me.
Bald folks. And then to my right, we got
AJ. What's up, y'all?
What's the word? And then we got another special guest for y'all today, man. Serial entrepreneur, a friend of the Gentleman's Lounge, man, an athlete. A businessman, a mogul, all the above, man. We got our good friend. Yeah, man, we on the same basketball team. Man. We won the championship.
I watched that. We always play them.
Yeah, we playing basketball, nigga.
Basketball, man. No competition though.
Nah, they was recreational. Real recreational.
Bro, they was beating the team by like 35, 40 points, man.
Hey, relax, bro. Relax, bro. It's a reason for that. But we got my man's none other than Chicago's own, man, SigmaChris, bro. Welcome to the Gentleman's Lounge, my boy.
Thank you for having me, fellas. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Appreciate to have you on. I know it's been a long time coming.
Been a long time.
Yes.
You know, he switched up he missed the first day, you know, so we had to reschedule.
Yeah, true. Schedule be busy sometimes, man.
Bro, I guess that's what we about to talk about.
That's what we about to talk about. It is.
I like the way you put that serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. I like it. Where you come up with that?
On the ground.
Right. I'd be right off the dome with, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta go on somebody else's podcast. I want to hear how they introduce me. I'm just curious about it. Like,
hey, man, I don't got no cadence. It's something different every time. But before we get into all that, man, we all just came back from Thanksgiving, man. How was everybody's Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Time with the family, you know what I'm saying? I was
exhausting. Exhausted, man. Especially when you got, different households. Should I have two houses I had to hit, my own, my sisters, and then my cousin out in the burbs, and then the next day I had to go to Indianapolis. My wife's father crib, so we spent time there. And then had an activation the day after, so I was exhausted.
Damn.
I'm just now recovering.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about you?
It was smooth. It was pretty light with my mom, sisters, some light. Then I seen my cousins a little bit, it was smooth.
Okay.
Too much.
You bring your girl?
She pulled up. It was just she
came to Thanksgiving.
That's a new situation.
You know, it's real. It's real if they come to Thanksgiving.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
Did you bring something?
It was kind of late, so nah.
Oh, all right.
It was kind of late. It's
That's
about
the next level.
It's about
real.
Yeah, it would be next time. You gotta wipe her down.
Right. She boss.
Right, man.
Next time for sure.
I had a fairly decent Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I was struggling from the night before, courtesy of my brother Chris over here and we'd get into the Wednesday night festivities. But I was struggling, you know what I'm saying? But it was good, man. I don't think I've ever eaten so many greens in my life, bro. Like, cause my people had dinner at 6 o'clock. I had to drive all the way out to Orland.
You were late.
I see.
He was late, dog.
I was late.
What you get there?
7:30. 7:30. I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus.
Struggling all day?
Yeah, I was. Yes.
You must have turned up.
Yeah. Yes, we had like 3 bottles.
Man.
Yes.
That's probably just 30 minutes for me.
Yeah,
that's how I know I was having a good time. I felt like that was the quickest party I've had this year.
Yeah, wow. I spent about a good hour and a half there, I think, and then flip to the next party.
So for people that don't know, the day before Thanksgiving is called Black Wednesday. I don't know if that's a Midwest thing or if it's a Chicago thing.
I found out about it when I was hosting events, and I just figured out, people don't got to go to work next day. And then I found out it was a thing. I was like, oh, okay, bet. So it just worked out.
Chris he threw a party at this place called The Wit. It's notorious for being lit as hell on the Sundays in the summertime, Chicago, dope rooftop. If you ain't been, you missing out.
Definitely.
For real. But he had Black Wednesday at The Wit, man, and it was a good time.
It was.
It was a good time. You had a couple bottles at your table.
Yeah.
I had a couple bottles at my table.
I've just been low key these days.
Oh, here you go, man. Here you go again.
AJ trying to get his life back together.
Trying to get my life back together.
But it was a good time, man. That's why I was struggling, because the event was that busting, that jumping, and I had a great ass time. And like, how, I guess we can kind of segue into that. Like, how did all of this even get started? Like, you getting into the event space and all that. I know we were talking a little bit off camera about you said you haven't had a formal job, like a 9 to 5 since 2017. So like how did you even get in this space, get started in this space?
I was broke. You know what I mean?
No,
real.
That's real.
I
Right.
was broke.
Fresh
I
out of
was,
college.
you know, I used to work in social service.
Okay.
So I was the
It ain't
supervisor.
no money in that.
It
ain't no money in
When I
social
tell you,
service.
not only was it no money, but it was hard labor, man.
Yeah.
Every day, you know, working with an unfortunate population.
Mhm.
We work with children that experience trauma. So obviously, I worked from the residential to the therapeutic day school. I was also a case manager. I did a lot in social service. I worked it from 23 when I got the job and I first found out I was having my son. So I was 23 and I wasn't able to leave until I was 30. And so yeah, I worked it for 7 years. And it was taxing. But yeah, the money just wasn't coming in. I had my son. Then I had a daughter, Kara. She was on the way. I needed more money, so I had to figure out what can I do to supplement this income. Sat down and typed my skill set out. It was like, what have I done in the past to make money? I was throwing parties in college. I was like, let me try to kick something off here in Chicago. Started with a happy hour and went to a bigger party, and then it just grew until I was able to leave.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I think the first time I met you, because shout out to my boy John, was at the rooftop, right? Was it Whiskey something?
Whiskey Business.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Business.
Man, that was my first.
Was that when you was just getting started in Chicago?
Whiskey Business. I ain't know that.
Draw it all
I
down.
forgot about that.
Yeah, so
Whiskey
I'd have
Business
caught him
too.
when he was first getting started. I wasn't sure, man.
That was live.
What year was this?
That was 2018, maybe?
2016.
20, wow,
I think I had just came back to Chicago, I think.
that was a minute
Yeah,
ago,
2016,
man.
2017.
No,
Actually,
it was us. It was
17, I think.
It was 17.
It was 17 because it was like, yep.
Live.
Man, so you've
five.
been doing your thing since 17. That's, to me, it seems like that's a short time, but I'm thinking you've been in the game like a decade at least.
Nah,
but wow, that's what's up.
I kind of had the advantage of starting later. I had sense. You know, if I would started when I was 23, 24, I'd be done blew this by now.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm not knocking any of the younger curators, but I just know I wasn't ready at 23 or 24 for the type of responsibility this comes with.
Right.
So luckily, you know, I got started at the right age and I just took off.
Yeah.
I just knew how to conduct business. I think that's one of the biggest things.
Hey, you done hit it.
Knowing how to conduct business.
Yep. With
Just
integrity, man.
People
Yes.
think that you know, curating events and parties is just a party, but it's actually a business in a sense.
100%.
And you got to know how to function properly and, you know, handle business. But a lot of people are just like, oh, it's just a party or event and take it lightly. You know what I mean? So, no, that's what's up.
Well,
man. Kudos to you.
let's define the difference then, right? Because I know the difference, and I know I've been knowing Chris for I've been knowing SigmaChris for a while. So I'm gonna throw the question at him then. What separates you from being just a promoter to actually a curator of events?
I think that it's the level of care that you put into each event. It's not a money grab for me. I think that's the biggest thing. Like when you're a promoter, when you think about promoters, you think about the movies. It's a quick flip.
Yep.
Like, okay,
Let me just get as many people in here.
I'm a cram it
the
out.
tables.
Man,
As long as I get people,
You calling me to get
I'm-
in, I
I'm-
can't
I'm-
get you in.
Man, I might lie and tell you who gonna be here.
Yep.
And you hear that. So you know what I mean?
That's a shady thing.
It's really just the money grab aspect that kind of makes you this promoter. You
Yeah.
know, like you're just pushing this space, trying to get as many people to come as you want to. I mean, as they can.
Yeah.
And you really just not really taking your time, curating your guest list, making sure that people are adhering to the rules of the venue, adding something special to your event. Like what
Boom.
makes this event something I want to come to? Is it just a party, 4 walls, and music?
Right, right.
It has to have something that kind of took a little bit of effort and a little bit of thought. So
Definitely.
I just think it's just the diligence by the work
Yeah.
that will separate you from a curator and a promoter.
Nah, I agree. I would agree.
I don't mind the titles either. I'm not one of those people that's uptight. Don't
Me
call
either.
me a
Don't
promoter.
call me a promoter.
I'm that person.
So
I mean, I got a lot of hustle, so people be like, yo, Les, I know you be promoting. Well, stop.
Right,
Stop. Stop.
I'm not.
I ain't got no
guest
guest list.
I'm not a promoter. And this is how I feel. I've always told this to anybody, and I will still tell this to anybody. I felt like majority of promoters don't have no soul. They will sell out their homies. They will sell out the venue. They will sell out anybody just to make that dollar. And I literally can count on one hand. I always say Chris is one of the few people I can count on one hand where I'm like, yo, that's a different type of dude. Because when you can actually curate an event where you actually provide an experience that you can walk away from and being like, yo, like, it wasn't just about having a crazy amount of people there and popping bottles. It was just like, yo, the energy was great, the music, the DJ, because you got to be very selective with the DJ and the lineup of the DJs.
Very.
You can't, you can't have your best first, but you also got to have a good opener, like a solid opener, just as people come in. But also, it's got to be just something different, man. And the thing that, personally, not to steal your thunder, that I think Chris does well is he curates the venues perfectly. It matches the environment. It matches the type of experience that you're gonna have. So kudos, dog, for real.
For real, bro. I was just gonna say, I think since I've been in Chicago and like since I've been like going out and seeing your growth, like you've gotten into spaces that a lot of other people haven't gotten into, and that shit is tough. It ain't easy. And if anybody is from Chicago, been out in Chicago, like like we sometimes there are select spaces that we can only get into, and then there's been times where you didn't have events in spaces I've been like, wait, where the hell is this at? I ain't never been to this. This is true. Like I think the last one was Station, and I was like,
Station,
what
where's
the
that?
fuck? I was like, where the hell is Station at?
No,
And the first time I went there,
was.
I was like, oh, this is busting. Like, what the fuck? So that's definitely just a testament to not only the type of person that you are, but the type of crowd that you attract and what you're putting out and what you're giving off as your brand. So like, let's say like, that's just a kudos to you because you out here doing things that people don't really have longevity in this game are doing, especially in Chicago.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, for sure.
I think the biggest thing with that, and first shout out my team too. Even with you mentioning Station Bar, I work with people that appreciate similar aesthetics. Some of the things that I like. I don't like to take you to a place that I don't want to go to. If I don't have dinner there, I don't want to throw a party there. If I don't want to, if I don't want to kick it there, it's nothing I want to work with.
Yeah.
Shaniqua found Station. SD, she's one of my partners.
Okay.
Forgot. She's the type. So me and her are maybe the only ones that do this. I don't know if anybody else does.
Yeah.
But I'll hop in my car and I'll just drive downtown and I'll say, what's that? What's that? And I'll go strike a conversation. I'll try to figure it out. That's one thing that I want to give young curators. Like, if you guys are trying to get in the game, you got to be hungry.
Yep.
You can't lose that hunger. So let's say if you got something nice, go get something else nice. Go keep reinventing these events because they get stale. And people want something new.
Chicago get bored real fast.
They get mad. I get bored. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to revamp my schedule right because it's so automatic, man. You know? So no, she's one of those people that will hop in a car, drive around,
need a hunter,
figure something out, and then be like, yo, we got this move. Let's make it happen. What team can we put together?
And I think because of your credibility and what you've done in the city and how long you've done it, like there are a lot of people more willing to sit down at the table with you and be like, all right, yeah, I'll listen to what you got going on. Because another example, fucking D&D on Tuesdays at Fulton Market. I was like, what is this? What is this? And Chris was like, man, yeah, I've been doing this for about 3 weeks now. And it's been busting every week. I said, what the hell? I go the first week.
I was there for the first time last week.
And it was busting.
It's a good time for sure.
Busting.
That Tuesday is an anomaly. I don't even understand how and why it picked up like that. But I do remember. Shout out to SD again, Shaniqua. We did it the first time. A couple of guys came. It was decent.
Yeah.
The second time, it was okay. Then at first it wasn't a Drake night. It was Brent Faiz, Sir, her. Just new music.
Yeah,
because
that's okay.
In Chicago, I feel like we hear the same DJ sets off. Not knocking anybody.
I'm knocking.
But I feel like I feel like
I'm knocking. I know what the playlist gonna be.
You know what I mean? Like you know what time it is.
Yeah.
And so like I'm always on the search for like new DJs that are spinning something different, something like creative. And so we just decided we're gonna create the realm of the space for things that we want to hear. So we told everybody like, look, I gotta play this. I gotta play this vibe. I don't want to hear any of the old stuff. I want you to stay current. But Shaniqua did a TikTok on it. And people read the TikTok. They were like, oh, it's Drake night. They just kept calling it Drake night. And the next time, a bunch of people came out because the RSVPs were busting. They came out and they were like, yeah, so when is the Drake gonna start? Because we were playing all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, we We just want to hear Drake.
For Drake.
Yeah.
So then we had to like kind of argue with our DJ partners. Like, look, I feel you. I understand the craft.
Right.
I'm gonna need
This
you to
is
just
what
play Drake.
People
Yeah.
want.
Man, the next week when we did all Drake, from then on,
This is what the
every
people
week
want.
it was just rocking.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Rocking. You got to listen to the people, man.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't
Yeah,
about
for
us,
sure.
so
That's true. You got to feel.
You ever
feel
thought
the
about
energy.
bringing Drake in one night?
We tried. He was here
Right, for the concert
on
stuff.
Tuesday.
Oh shit.
And when I'm so
My man was here a week before the concert.
yeah,
Have a good ass
He
time.
was.
yeah.
You know Drake he got love for Chicago.
Man, how could you
Drake
not?
got love
Yeah.
for
How
Chicago.
could you not?
Yeah. That's another story for me.
But he was with so many people that we knew.
Yeah.
But it's just you also don't want to come off as asking for a favor.
Yeah.
So, and it's a business. If he were to fall through, it would have been different.
Yeah.
And also, people probably don't want to bring it up to him. Like, I don't want to make somebody feel awkward. Like, hey,
Yeah.
can you tell him
Yeah.
to slide to the party?
slide.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
we were working on it. It just didn't work out. So hopefully he sees it. It'll be good for the fans. It'll be
Yeah,
good for
most
the
definitely.
people that are coming out every week in Chicago to listen to his music. So that'd be dope.
Yeah,
That
It'll be
is
pop
dope.
through.
for sure.
That
for
is
sure.
dope.
Drake, if you hit us.
Right.
Like,
Slide.
somehow.
Somebody hit up Aubrey. Hit him up.
Something. So how do you pivot, man, when you throw in an event and it's a bust?
Mm.
Because you have those slow nights, right? You have those nights where you're just like, man, I was expecting this type of crowd. Why am I not getting this type of crowd? Now, granted, take out of the variables, right? Where it's just like, man, there's just so much stuff going on in the city, right? Where you got Lollapalooza and stuff like that. Where you compete with everybody in the city. But let's just say it's just a night where you're like, oh, this should be our night. And it's a bust. How do you pivot from something like that?
That's tough. Typically, I go into the night knowing what it'll be. So I'm very rarely disappointed. You know what I mean, like I'm checking the RSVPs. I know the tables. I'm confirming with people. And I can just tell by the algorithm, like by the way RSVPs are coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, tonight is going to be great. Or tonight might be a little slow.
slow.
I need to do a little something.
Some
something
push,
different.
starting to bite some people out.
I think the blessing is I'm in so well with the venues that I work with. Like this is a partnership. So like we're both dedicated to making as much money and creating this experience as we can.
Yeah.
So everybody's trying to make money together.
Because we're trying to make money together. So with that being the case, it's not like I lose relationships when the party isn't absolutely popping. You know?
Yeah.
I always make sure that we've contributed more than they would have naturally had.
Right. Makes sense.
So I very rarely
Value,
walk away
right?
with, you know.
Yeah, you got to bring value to it.
Right. We've always brought value. We've never had an event where it was
It's
like,
just total bust.
it was just a bust. Like nobody showed. The venue lost money from being open.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and even when we're building some of these things and people don't know what they are yet, Chicago is really good to me, man. They really do come and show support.
You built up that name, yeah.
Man, like
For sure.
it's been times when I was at Persona, and the happy hours were a little bit slow. I hit less. He came through, supported for Grey Goose Happy Hour, and you know, and next thing you know, I got 20 more people that's coming to get the martinis. And it kicks off the night. Next thing you know, the night is good. And it's just small stuff that makes
Based on
the biggest
relationships.
difference.
Yeah. Big facts.
That's what's up. That's what's up for sure.
No, I like that.
That just triggered me. I just got like 4 questions in my head, but I'm gonna save them for the end or so. But I do want to kind of take a step back because you do say like you've been doing this since 2017, right? And I know that you did say that you had 2 kids, and I know how you have 2 kids too. So and you working for Grey Goose on the side, you know what I'm saying? I see how it takes a toll on you. So I just wanted to know, like, from your perspective, like, how does that affect you in your daily life with having to constantly have events or throw parties or events or anything like that? Like, how are you able to do that and still find time to be at home and be a father and things like that?
It was kicking my ass for a minute. Trying to adjust to that because as my responsibilities as a father increased, so did my schedule. It was like all happening is, you know, my daughter was getting older, so she's getting into activities. I'm having to leave a club and go stay at my mom's house where they're asleep to wake up to take them to school and, you know, get them ready. Shout out to my family, like literally the mother of my children, She's amazing. She works with me
Mm-hmm.
along with my parents.
Mhm.
You know, really hold us down, and her family as well. It's just it's a team.
You need
It's a
that
team
village, man.
game.
That's what's
It's a
up.
team
need
game.
that
So if
village.
I was doing it by myself, I probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
And they all value my career. That is one thing that I noticed. They believe in me, so they know I'm not saying I got to go to the club because
You trying to get on
I'm
the
trying to kick it.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is literally what's putting food on the table.
Mhm.
This is what's, you know what I'm saying, carrying us. And they believe in me. So
You
I
got to
really
be
appreciate
seen.
that.
You got to be seen. That's one thing I had to stress to my wife. And she definitely gets it now, but you can't just like be a name, or you gotta be seen.
You gotta be there.
And I ain't gonna lie. If I pull up to one of Chris events,
Yeah,
I'll see y'all text like,
Man,
bro, where you at?
I do the same
I
thing.
want to get the vibe, but I'm trying to
Right.
support you.
Yeah.
If you ain't at your own event, it's a lot harder to
Yeah.
sell people on like,
100%.
yo, you need to be a part of this. Because if you ain't a part of it,
Mhm.
then why should I be a part of it?
Mhm.
So that's a taxing toll, you know.
And
that
then the
you
reason
have.
for that, people are coming out because of you.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're not there, then it kind of may take a step back and be like, well, I don't even want to be here no more. So
That's a funny thing that you noticed. It was intentional at first.
Mhm.
Mhm.
When I first started, I wanted to figure out a name and whatever else, right?
Yep.
I didn't name myself SigmaChris. I went to college. I'm a part of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. And everybody knows a Chris.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, well, what Chris?
Sigma
Chris.
Chris.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's
that
how
came
it
about.
always is with fraternities and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
you always gonna be. They gotta identify you somehow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I started the events, I'm like, what can I do to make sure that people continuously come out for me?
Mhm.
I don't want to have to spend a bunch of money booking celebrities.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to spend a bunch of money like hiring like the largest name DJ or whatever I can get.
Right.
I want people to know, for one, this is my work. This
Yeah.
is something that I produced.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And then on top of it being what I produced, I want them to know to come out for me whenever I put something out there. I want people to know, oh, SigmaChris, that should be synonymous with a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Facts.
honestly, the plan worked. Like when I first started, and this is another piece of advice to like young guys that want to curate, put your name on your work. You learn that in grade school. The first thing you do when you get a paper, when you get tests, whatever, put
Write
your
your
name
name.
on it.
Mhm.
Especially when you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So write your name on it. Because again, people will start to notice I took jobs that I may not have gotten paid for,
Mhm.
but the look was so important.
Man.
The look was
Yeah.
everything. And then it
Mhm.
was like, wow, he did this, he did that. Let me go see what else he has, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So put your name on your work, man. And again, it just worked out. It just worked out that I kept coming with quality events and fun things to do. And now people know we're gonna hit up SigmaChris.
Yep.
So now I don't have to put my name on it. They're locked in.
Yeah.
You know.
And you hit it on the money, because you hit on money on a couple things. For the younger people, the aspiring people, you got to take some L's.
Mhm.
Like, because I be dealing with some people sometimes, and they be like, oh, well, we don't need this, we don't need that. I'm like, look, I'll get you this. Like,
Yeah.
but I need to see this first. Like, no, but you got to give us this much first. And I'm like, trust me, I got you. But I don't, fact is, I don't know. I have the reputation right now. You
Yeah.
don't have the reputation.
Yes.
Like, I need to see it first.
Yeah.
Right.
And then sure enough, they'll be like, and I'll walk away. And they'll see me just do like a dope collab with somebody else, and then they be in their feelings. And I'm like, well, you could have had all of that, but you weren't willing to take that L first because I don't know you.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet on you if you bet on yourself.
True.
So that's why you gotta take that L sometimes. I ain't telling you
Yeah.
to just work for free.
Yeah.
It's a different story. But you ain't gonna just always be in the positive about everything.
No.
You might have to
For
break even
sure.
a few times.
And
Or
then
maybe even lose money.
and then the next
Just
piece,
depends.
man, when it comes down to just, because we talking about all the positives, right?
Mhm.
But what about the times where you've gone into venues and they looked at you as just a promoter? So how does that interaction happen? How did you overcome that piece?
I had to develop tough skin for one.
For sure. It's a sales job, low key. So
It-
you're
it-
selling yourself and the experience. So.
It is so much sales. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
I didn't realize it at first. I used to walk in and would be like, well, why can't I throw something? You know what I mean? Like, I'd just be like, what's the reason?
Yeah.
And they really wouldn't give you one.
Yep.
They would just pass on it at first.
That's just not what we do.
Yeah, right. Like,
That's really not our type of crowd.
I
I don't like that music.
I remember putting on business attire
Mhm.
to go to meetings.
Mhm.
And Yeah, it was crazy because I'm black.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm just gonna call it
No,
what it
100.
is.
That's what you gotta do. It's a gentleman's lounge.
They want to make sure.
Keep it a buck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to make sure that whatever event that I'm bringing isn't going to jeopardize their business.
Right.
And stereotypically, you go black, your business is going to shut down in a while.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you
That's
need the money.
Yep.
It's going to be a quick hit, and all of a sudden,
We're
we're not going to see that club or that bar anymore because the black people done got in and did something to it.
Yep.
And I pride myself in not having shut down an establishment thanks to my events.
Yeah.
Like everything that I've done is to not only protect the venue, but to protect my patrons.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about the venue, it's about the people that we're bringing out. I care about you guys. So I wouldn't bring anybody in there. I tell people no all the time. I tell them no to their face.
If you don't follow SigmaChris on Instagram, every once in a while he'll go on this little rant and be like, listen, this is what I'm curating. If you don't listen, I ain't for none of the BS.
No.
So don't come here with it because you will not get let in. I will not answer myself.
When did you start doing the Instagram? I know for the weight, if you were looking to buy a section, you have to also add Instagrams for all the people in the party. When did you start doing that?
When you started seeing the crowd shift.
Actually,
we started getting big.
We did it from jump, and it was based off how.
And what does that show though too? Like, what is a person's Instagram?
Oh, people.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to be honest?
That's a gentleman's lounge. Be honest. Be honest. Keep it a bean.
If your Instagram got nothing but guns on it, got you over there slanging something.
Wow.
They post all this stuff all the time.
They post it. I'm like, bro, I'm looking at you.
And I can see how you handle yourself.
I can see how you living.
Yeah.
Why would I want you in here jeopardizing the safety of all these people? Somebody looking for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to go handle this.
No, for real.
Go to Maywood or
Before
somewhere.
Or you
Go
go
to
I
Cisco.
ain't even know the neighborhood.
Right, you don't keep it straight. Maybe shout out to my people.
What's the spot at Maywood?
Man, no, don't name no other spots.
They used to call it Murderwood,
Shout out to
but
you
we
with
ain't
the
gonna say that.
spots, man. But it's true though. Birds of a feather. It really is though, because you're gonna start seeing the crowd change. You let that one in, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because I got a history with you. You cool.
Yep.
But I know you're gonna bring your boy, and I gotta let you bring your boy because it's just you and him. Next thing you know, they're gonna bring their crew.
Effect.
And it's a domino effect. And then the
Yep.
crowd, you can literally see the crowd shift over the weeks. Like, man, why is the crowd looking a little bit more rough now?
Rough.
Man, why is so much aggression in the crowd now, And all of a sudden, why is there fights starting to happen?
Yeah.
Then that's when you really told it. Like, you got to bring it back after that. Like, all right, we got to reevaluate this.
I will say, I've not, since I've been going to your events, I have not gone to an event that you threw where there was a fight.
So
I have not.
Not for the guys.
Not for the guys.
The women fight.
Not for the
No
guys.
matter what party you throw, the women gonna fight.
It has been a blessing because two grown men gonna tear that place.
Yeah.
Luckily, the guys be smooth.
Yeah.
It's always the
Women.
ladies.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the ladies, man. Like I don't know if it's because they can't handle the alcohol or if it's because like the women that are there is just in them. They, you know, I mean, the week stress may get to you. You may, you know what I'm saying, like come out to have a good time.
Yeah.
You have too good of a time and you letting that out on people.
Or the guy that's finessed y'all.
Yeah.
So he like, oh, I don't even know. I told you I never saw her before.
and it's always like they know each other.
Yeah.
It's not usually like two random women.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's usually like
they got history.
Black Chicago, small as hell.
She did me bogus back in high school.
Black Chicago,
man.
small as
Crazy.
hell.
So no, I just try my best to show us in a positive light by putting these events on and keep them going without incident.
Yeah.
What's up?
But it takes a ton of reminders.
Yeah.
I had to stand downstairs as people exited just to remind them not to be loud in the lobby. But I don't mind doing that.
Yeah. What's up?
I think that's part of the job, unfortunately. I mean,
And it has to come from you, because if it comes from somebody else, it's aggression.
Yeah.
They don't respect this from security.
Yeah. Right.
But if I'm standing there, they're like, oh, you know what, you're right. I
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
Cool.
You know, I just want better for us. Like,
100%.
Security can be a little aggressive sometimes.
They be
you know.
Not can. They definitely do.
They be tripping sometimes.
They do be tripping,
They
and
do.
it's definitely because we are black, which is I hate to say,
But it's black security too, though.
No, but
sometimes.
that's the persona that we grow up with.
Yes.
Is that okay? When I'm talking to somebody black, I need to show aggression. That's
Yeah.
not the case, and I guess that's the point that Chris is trying to make. Is he's cultivating an environment where it's like, look, we all professionals, we all intelligent, we vibing people. Like we ain't trying to look for that. We just trying to have a good time, right? I saw you got a hole in your lip.
He's like, because you trying to catch it though.
He was like, but I mean, and that's what it is, because when you and shame on Chicago, because when it comes down to being in the popular areas, right, that's predominantly like white, you know, it's like the minute they see, to Chris's point, they see a lot of black people going into an establishment, having a good time. All of a sudden, the alderman's getting a call. The noise is too loud. There's too many people outside the place. The streets are being blocked, which they really aren't being blocked. It's just the fact that there's a line because people want to fuck with the events. And that's the shame that Chicago has. I mean, it's a stigma that we always gonna have. I hope that it changes, but that's the problem right now that I think he's trying to work on and change.
Yeah. And also, to piggyback on that, do you think, you know, events are impacted negatively because of the DJ or the people, or a little bit of both? You know, because sometimes they say the DJ, you know, they're playing a certain type of music, and that's really getting people out of their body a little bit once they got a little liquor into them. And, you know, some of the music you might be playing.
Man, I'm going to answer that for you. That's BS, because white folk, Mexican, Asian don't matter. They saying the same, they listen to the same music.
True.
They saying the same words. I guarantee they saying nigga all over the place.
I see different shootings in Chicago, and they be like, oh, who DJ'd that night?
Right.
But where's somebody shooting?
So that's unfair. One brother that I think has like a unfair stigma in Chicago is Sean Mack.
Yeah.
Sean Mack don't curate the playlist.
For real?
He just gets hired. There have been times where I've been in venues and they'll be like, oh, Sean Mack. Oh, nah. And it's like,
damn.
I've heard that. Yeah.
He not doing nothing.
Right.
Like, he's coming and spinning records.
Yeah.
The curator might have told him to play. Like, minding his business.
Yeah.
Right. I'm honestly, it couldn't have been me, because I'd have been done sued by now. But I mean, by the way that they slander some of his name, it has to be illegal. But anyway, I do think that music does affect temperament.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember once. So, I'm looking for the hoes. Is Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
Shout out that.
Or Enough If You Bucks.
That single's on fire, right?
Yeah.
But I never forget. I'm in the wit. I'm chilling. I'm drinking. We kicking it, right? So the music going well. You know, I'm looking at everybody kind of turning up a little bit.
Once that song came on,
the song come on. And all of a sudden, I'm pulling women off the sit, like literally.
Sit down.
You know how like they got that open window right there?
Oh,
A
shit.
woman has her hands on the window on top of her chair. Another girl put her feet on the wall.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the wild stuff.
Bro, and I'm looking like,
Ain't got no drawers on.
I look up and I'm like, oh, wait.
Barefooted.
Barefoot is
nasty. Man, I was like, gospel for the rest of the night. You got the rest of the night. Go ahead, pack it up, close your tabs. Y'all nasty.
Y'all
I'm looking for the hole.
I agree though. I agree with certain songs got a lot more energy to it.
Yeah.
But I guess I want to be devil's advocate, because it's not just rap. Because I've been in crowds where, whether it's white, whether it's some type of other minority or something like that, like Hispanic, there's certain songs that get the crowd amped. And if you ain't on the same level as them, next thing you know, they bumping into you. They having that good of a time, so it creates aggression on your side too, because you like, yo, why the fuck this person keep bumping into me? Next you know, you get that little elbow jab, because you are
we can give a motherfucker elbow jab, right, bro.
And then next thing you know, it starts conflict. That's how it starts conflict. It's like, well, what you want? So it's not that person, the DJ particularly, is in charge of it, but yes, I agree. You got to watch the crowd. You definitely got to read the crowd to see, like, okay, is the crowd getting a little bit too amped, right? Because I mean, that's like blaming Travis Scott for what happened.
Right.
And he like.
I was at Lollapalooza when he got arrested for inciting a riot. I was there because I used to work at Lollapalooza.
I'm talking about the one in Houston.
The Houston.
Oh, that was Miami or something. I was like,
Astro World.
Yeah. He got arrested like it was like 2018 in Lollapalooza for inciting a riot, because he was, you know, his crowd,
really?
they just mosh pit. Like that's all they do. They get crazy.
Yeah.
And then he was telling them, come to the stage, like, fuck security, get on the stage.
Yeah.
And that's just the type of crowd that he brings.
That is also irresponsible, not to knock him. Like, if you are actually giving direction like
right.
that,
that's what he's not agree with.
You know what I mean?
That's fucking crazy. It was
should not
crazy.
be the blame. But
it was
if
crazy.
I'm telling you, go ahead and run up to the next security guard.
That's what. Right.
But then it gets you just.
And he was telling security guards, don't touch him. He said, let him go.
But did he actually do that? Because I don't know. Like,
yeah, he went to jail. They cut his set short.
Okay, because I'm not saying
they cut his set short.
Lollapalooza.
Yeah, Lollapalooza.
I'm not saying he's responsible for that, but if that is the direction he was given, that was a tweak, bro. Because they
Yeah,
gonna do
it
it.
is.
You know, that's another thing. You have to respect the platform that you have,
The influence that you have,
the influence that you have,
yep.
and the type of responsibility that comes with what you say.
Yeah.
So when you're saying stuff like, you know,
People gonna clean to your words.
people gonna cling
Hey,
to
y'all
it.
heard
They
Donald
gonna
Trump?
cling.
He
Fuck
trying to
Donald
say-
Trump.
talking about go ahead, storm the Capitol.
Storm the Capitol.
Oh, there
They
you
did
go.
that.
Right. There
There
you go.
right?
They did that.
Words have influence.
But, you know, I know he was the president at the time, but he didn't go to jail.
If I'm at a party and I'm yelling on your way out, man, smash them doors.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna
Somebody
do
gonna
it.
do
it.
Somebody
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna do it.
Yeah.
So it's just you gotta, people are inebriated.
Mhm.
They're amped up from the music. They
They
had
lit.
a good time.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
lit. But again, that's why it takes curation
Yeah.
to make sure that these things continue to go on without the negative stuff. Like,
yeah.
and it's again, it's like you said, it's not just Black people. Like it's
Yeah.
not
Right.
just Hispanic people. It's
No,
not
it's
just
not.
white people. One of my venues told me they throw a Greek party,
Mm.
and it's a fight every time. Every time.
Oh yeah. it's
100%.
It's like back
They
in,
be-
it's like back in
apparently they be
college.
like, oh, I'm sorry, not Greek,
Toga?
Russians.
Oh,
The
Russians.
Russians,
Okay.
yeah. He
That
was
was
like,
a Toga
it
party
was a
at
Russian
first.
party. And every time
But the thing
they
is,
throw-
if we do the same exact thing as the Russians or Hispanics, we're looked at.
It's amplified.
It's amplified for sure. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So I got a question, and this is perfect segue to all this shit. So like, Chicago has had recently a lot of violence. You know what I'm saying? And a couple months ago, club got shut down because of a shooting. You know what I'm saying? And there was a spot that a lot of Black people frequent. You know what I'm saying? So how does that affect you as far as moving forward with different venues, knowing that we have this stigma attached to us because of just being, I'm gonna call a spade, just being Black.
Oh, like how to follow up behind something like that. You
Like how do you continue to go out and look for new venues, look for new spots to host events and curate events, knowing that there's already a dark shadow, a dark cloud over us as Black people? Because it ain't in Chicago, it's not that many venues for us at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So just trying to find new venues, knowing that this just happened, the shooting at Bloom, like that. How do you
And
navigate?
of course, all the other club owners or bar owners see that, hear that, and they like
yeah,
note it.
We need more
how do you-
Black-owned venues.
How
in
do
downtown
you
Chicago.
navigate
True.
that? You know what I'm saying? Because you're
Fact.
being in your position that you are.
Well, one thing, I think that the only way to really like combat those stereotypes is to get your own, which is what Les just said. You got to own your own, so that way you are judging the content of this person's character.
Yeah.
You're not looking at this person like they're Black, like there's something foreign, and you can't mess with it. So that's number one.
Yeah.
Black ownership is important, and
100%.
I didn't realize how important it was until I started working in the space and recognizing that when I'm going to these meetings, they're not looking at me as just like this human being in front of them. They're looking like, is he worth the risk? He's automatically a risk because he's Black and he's bringing Black people in here.
Yep.
I think that the way that I navigate it is, for one, like I let them meet me. I let them meet me how they are, how I am.
How you
I
present
don't get dressed
yourself.
no more. I literally will go to a meeting in this because I don't want to give you the
False.
impression
Yep.
that it's going to be anything else.
Yes.
I'm going to talk specific numbers. I also have a track record of things that I've done in the city with reputable venues. I'll give you, my references. And I mean, if this isn't good enough for you, it's just not good
It's
enough.
not my space.
It's not, I mean, I knock on wood again, because
That's what's up. That's what's
want
up.
it to happen, but
Yeah.
like people aren't shooting and stuff at my parties. Like, thank
That's
God. Like I'm working on that. Like working on making sure that continues to stay safe.
Yeah.
I'm vetting everybody that comes in, and I do it personally.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I just take the measures to make sure that your establishment is safe. And I guarantee you, no one else is doing that. So I think that it's smart to work with me.
That's what's up.
And also, this is a business. You want the money. Let's not.
You want the money.
Let's not be stupid.
And
Y'all
Black
if
people-
y'all, if y'all listening
and
to
Black
it,
people
hey,
have
this
a lot
the
of
money
buying
man right
power.
here. You better stop playing with him. Get down with him.
We got a lot of buying
Get down
power,
with it
so-
for real.
Man, we have all the buying power
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
I think that Chicago has to realize the demographic is changing downtown.
It is.
There's a lot of people leaving, a
Blacks.
lot of people coming.
Mhm.
A lot of things are political. Certain people feel unsafe. Also, as we just as Black people, as we get younger, now we have higher access to education than we used to.
Mhm.
A lot of us are degreed up.
Yep.
You know, we got the money to stay down there. We got the money to spend. So now we're in these spaces. You not catering to us as a business is dumb.
I 100% agree.
Like that doesn't even make
That's a fact.
sense to me. Like you should absolutely have
a conversation at least, entertain a meeting.
for everyone,
Yep.
you know?
Mhm.
And I mean, and I think that unfortunately we ruin it for ourselves when we don't live up to expectations.
True.
So I think that's the biggest thing for me. I'm always going to try to give you exactly what I told you I would give you.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna be ratchet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enforce the dress code. I'm gonna be on your security if they letting people in. Like, I don't care if he came out, tell him no.
Yeah.
I would tell him no. You know, it's just following through and being a man of your word.
And let's
That
not
didn't take
act
you
like
long.
Black people are the only people that fight in clubs.
We
Now
not.
the shooting thing I get.
That'd
We
be the
not.
problem.
Yeah.
It's
How-
gonna be the fights.
how violent it gets.
Yeah.
But everything else, I be in clubs too. I'd be like, why this white man so bad? Get drug out, like belly all out, and everything. Get out of here. Right, red in the face, stuff like that. I agree, because it even pisses me off. Like, as a Black person, that's how we should all feel, right? Where somebody else messes up the vibe, it ain't just about how violent it gets. And you're just like, dog, like, for what?
Yeah.
But you know what? There's a lot of factors involved, a lot of variables, right?
Yeah.
How security treats them when they get in.
How much did they pay when
How
they
much
got
they get paid? Like, okay, did he just tax me for $100 to get in?
I'm
All
blue.
right, now I'm in. So I'm
blue
already
right
in a mood, right? And now I'm not getting
My
treated
budget
with
was
respect in here.
$200.
Then next thing you
Yeah,
know,
I'm
you're like,
standing
oh,
outside for about
it's
45 minutes.
$15, $18, $20 for a drink. Or maybe I was trying to get in. I tried to get my peoples in. We was going to get a table and then you finessed us.
Yeah.
And said like, oh no, actually, it ain't $1,000 minimum. Now it's $2,000 minimum. So you
That
create
didn't
that
happen.
aggression when it comes in. Because people, when they having a good time, it's really hard to like ruin that.
Yeah.
You know, when they already come in with a good time. But
Yeah.
when they already come in a little bit shaking,
Yeah.
then it's like, makes you know that girl bumping into you. Right?
Mhm.
If you're a female, that
Yeah.
girl bumping into you.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been taking shots of tequila all night, so now I'm upset.
Now
Now
I'm
I want to
upset.
go ahead and get a little lit.
So
So you got to take it out on somebody. So that's my piece I'm going to say about that, man. They ain't just
real.
Black people that be fighting in clubs and nightlife and stuff.
Why do you think that they tax Black people when we go into these white establishments?
Yeah.
I.e., for example, Underground, they're charging 4 drinks, $160.
I saw that.
That's
on
why.
Twitter.
I don't know if
Why?
that's Black people, though.
Yeah, I think they're
that's
just
just
expensive. They're expensive.
just
They
expensive.
don't, so they don't change their prices.
Yeah,
I've been in meetings
yeah.
where people have asked me to set the pricing, and it would have been on me.
Mhm.
So if I would have raised the price, that would have been me doing it.
Mhm.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that for my bar ring. I want you guys to come have a good time. It's hard for me to have a good time with $25 drinks, and we talking about
$20
Hennessy
drinks.
and Coke.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's watered
Miami
down like
prices.
you feel me? Like
South Beach prices.
I need a cocktail for
Yeah.
$25. I mean,
Right.
I need at least
I need
4
you to-
bars. Cocktails should be between, I'm gonna say 15 and 18.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
you're talking about a 2-part cocktail,
yeah, like
Yeah.
a crafted cocktail.
a
yeah.
crafted cocktail with like 4 parts, that's when you getting into like the
18,
25
20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Or
Like,
that, yep.
you can't, and I mean, I'm not-
Shots is cheaper. I mean, more expensive.
no, shots crazy now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
shots
shots
are
crazy.
but you know,
Yeah.
I'm not knocking
$15
anybody's
a shot.
business model.
Nah, it's
Yeah.
more than that.
It's tough, but it's hard to have a good time like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus, I mean,
Okay.
you got to
Well,
think about the liability standpoint too. Because
Right.
if the prices are higher for shots, the consumption may go down for it.
Yeah.
If I'm charging $12, $10 for a shot, people gonna go ham on shots. Next thing you know, I got
That's a really good
I didn't
point.
even
I got
I didn't
peop-
realize that.
yeah,
So,
I got people that's messed up after 30
Minutes
minutes. Next thing you know, your crowd changes, right?
Yeah,
like the
True.
mood.
But you put the same
it's
amount
like
in the crab and a drink in the side.
No,
And
no,
it
no.
lasts
no,
longer.
It's not- unless you're ordering a double, it's an ounce.
The thing is that lasts longer though.
No, you talking about for the shots that they actually pour?
No. The shots are
think
probably
about
like.
the cost. I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I just want a shot straight and it's $10 for a shot,
Yeah. I'm gonna
like,
just buy a bunch of shots and
buy
get
a
fucked
couple
up
of
quick.
shots,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
But if I pay $18 for a drink, right, you have to consume that slowly now.
Slowly.
You ain't shotting
then-
a drink.
And people don't
$10
realize
shots
it's the
will
same
get
amount
you
in the
so
shot.
up.
It's-
$10 shots will get
Yeah,
you.
It's a good point.
that's a really good
I
point.
mean,
Or why do
you?
why do you think and this is probably the first time I see Chris as mad outside? Why do you think they give you the wrong liquor? Because we was at Underground one time and he had ordered a bottle of Casamigos. And Chris is, for people who don't know, he has worked for a tequila brand in the past, right?
I've never worked. I work with them.
You work with them.
But I'm in the industry. Like I know what things taste like.
Yes. He had ordered a bottle Casa Repo, and they came out. The bottle was sealed and everything. Opened it up, poured shots. He took a sip and was just like, "Oh no, bro, this ain't Casa."
Probably tasted bland as hell.
What? And he said I forgot who the fuck he told. They went back, brought him another bottle, came back out, same thing, and he gave it to me. He was like, "Taste it. Is this Casamigos?" I said, I said,
So
he had to go back. He went back to the back. He went back to the back.
Oh, because he was just like, figure out a way.
He was like, "No, bro, this shit is crazy." They will. I'll let you tell.
So so that's not the first time that I've encountered that.
Right.
I was a manager at a bar once before, and a patron came up to me and was like, "Hey, this was when it was apple Ciroc."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, this ain't Ciroc or whatever." So I went and poured some out of the bottle. It was like syrup in there. I'm like, "The hell is this?" So then I go open up another bottle, syrup or something, and it was, I don't know what they mixed with that. But I had to obviously I refunded the money and got him something else. And I date this back to when I went to Zentra. Damn. I went to Zentra once.
I've been doing this since college.
Yo, went to Zentra and I ordered something, and it wasn't what I ordered. I was like, "Yo, this drink is wrong." I go give it back to bartender. I guess she's new. She panics. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know why they do that." So she started spilling the beans.
Damn.
So I'm like, "Yo, like, well, what actually is
in this?
Like, what bottles are what they say they are?"
Yeah.
And she told me it was like the Ciroc and the Patron and something else was
Rebecca.
what it really was.
Yeah.
And so just give me one of those.
Mm.
But I don't think that it's an establishment as much as a bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I like to think that these establishments that I'm, working with are reputable.
Yeah.
And if I address them so the next week that I did come back, the manager there was like, "Look, we tested all the repo, just so you know. So it should be what it should be what it is." You know what I'm saying?
How did they test the repo? So they opened the ball up?
No, I guess they probably reordered.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I mean?
I know what they
testing was
did.
probably
I know what
wrong.
they did.
They
What they
resealed
did
that
was
motherfucker for sure.
They went back, they looked at all the bullshit they was on, and they basically just replaced it with brand new bottles.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if it's a bottle that is supposed to be, it's supposed to taste what it's supposed to taste like.
Exactly.
Unless it's Don Julio. Don Julio tastes a little different every time. That's just because of the Don Julio. They use different agave plants from all over a lot of times. But that's a story for another day. This good. I like Don Julio though.
Okay.
But yeah, let's put you on game. Yeah.
That shit was not repo.
It was just
That shit was not repo.
It was just crazy to me at the time because it was like, who did this? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because again, we know, like, we know the owners and whatever. And like,
So it's not on the club, it's on the manufacturer.
No, it's the club.
It's club. But it's usually it's not necessarily the entire club that is aware. It usually is somebody so the guy that did it when I was the manager, rest his soul, his name was Tommy. He's passed away now. But Tommy told me he did it. And I'm like, why did you do that, bro? Like, he had been working there for a while. His brother had owned it. He's like, "Man, these motherfuckers, they drunk, they'll never know."
Right.
I'm like,
That's
"No,
that's how they get
you
people.
about to get me beat up in here."
They like, I'm paying $22 for this bottle. I could be paying $17 for this bottle.
Yeah.
They won't know the difference.
They
So let me
cutting
go ahead and
that
swap
overhead
this.
like
Wow,
a
that's
motherfucker.
crazy.
So
And
no,
it
that
matters.
was a rough time, but I have not had that
crazy.
same instance there since.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they took that seriously because
Yeah.
that was a problem. Like
Mhm.
I was
No,
ready
for
to stop
sure.
working there and everything.
Yeah, that's
I'm
an
like,
integrity
bro,
issue.
Yeah.
And I think that is unfortunately what has not become the common theme of nightlife.
True.
Integrity.
Mhm.
Like if I base my entire brand off integrity and then I work at a venue that is not showing that same quality,
Yeah.
it makes it look like I'm in on it too.
100%.
True.
You know?
True.
Like
Mhm.
and I think that is my problem. Y'all got to do better. Like venue. I mean, I know everybody's trying to make $1. Give people an experience that's worth this price.
Mhm.
They won't complain.
That's essentially stealing, though.
It is.
So
It's
No,
also
it's
legal.
taking advantage. It's legal and it's taking advantage of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So
You
no
don't
doubt.
want that on your name for sure.
No, but I think that got handled. I haven't seen the guy who was like the director or something, or was the person
Probably beverage director.
right, something like that. Yeah, I haven't seen him since. So,
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, Chris walked to the back. He said,
I was
I'll be
high.
right back.
I would be
was
too.
high.
I'm for this. Y'all
He was He came back with the bottle himself, like, all right, we good now.
like, yeah, taste this. Wait a taste this.
More porridge, please.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I know we go ahead and coming to an end. I don't know about y'all. I got one last question for you, dog.
I think I know what you could ask. Go ahead.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Man, you know what? How do you maneuver when you got, I mean, especially like when you, of course, you got your own personal life and everything. You got all these different chicks. You know, of course, some of my friends, some of them are trying to take their shot. They try to do all this. How do you maneuver like relationships like that way, man? Because you already know, it's like me, I'm always skeptical when any chick that walk up to me. You know, even before I was married, I'm always skeptical about every chick that walk up to me because it's always something they want. Usually, or they finessing, they see in the clout, stuff like that, man. How do you maneuver through that week after week, day after day? Because you do this, what, 4 days a week? Was it Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays?
The only day I've off is Monday.
Yeah, salute. Shoot. 6 days out the week, dog.
I think the biggest thing is discernment. Like knowing who's a good person, getting to actually know these people.
Yeah.
I'm not like naturally trusting of people. So when they come around, it's like, you can go get you some drinks or something. Like, I'm not going to extend like a conversation or whatever else. I chill.
Yeah.
And I mean, getting to know these people has been a blessing. The people that are around for a reason. They've been real solid. Like, you know, shout out to all the homies that's kicking it with us. You know, you see them in the sections.
Yeah.
They come out to support. And they haven't really asked much of me.
What's up?
They just been cool. Maybe they enjoy the access. Maybe they just good people. I don't know. But I think everybody been cool so far. So
that's what's up, man.
I've only had a few weird instances where it was like, well, why did you do that? You know?
Yeah.
But after you talk to them about it, they be cool for the most part.
Salute.
One day I'm gonna sit at this table. I'll just smoking around. Chris always be trying to give me that damn Remy. I'll be like, bro, I'm drinking tequila.
Hey,
if you want access, you want to send this to
how about this?
That's the Remy. Right. That's the law, y'all. I used to have, whether it's chicks or dudes, they'd be like, oh, I bet you ain't got no. I'm like, bro, I got goose. Y'all gonna order any? I say, I got goose. You want bars? Right,
man.
Right.
All right, fine. Give me the
right.
Give me
So what you want to try, my boy? You good? Like,
for real.
One time, boy, she came with her girls. She over there like, oh yeah, but my girl said she only drink tequila. I said, that's cool. She can sit outside the set. She sit outside the set.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't want to drink over here.
Drink tequila. Sure.
I think they got that at the bar.
Yeah, you know, you want access.
All right, so we coming to a close. We went into we usually do this at the end. I don't know if you heard of tonight's conversation. Yeah, so we got a couple topics that we wanted to bring to light with you. We got relationship discussions and we got relationship debates. We want you to grab one of each. Okay. So one of the cards you're going to answer, and one of them you're going to ask one of us to answer.
For sure.
So. And we all discuss
collectively. Shit, spotlights on you. That motherfucker just
came
back on.
It's like a think tank. It's a think tank light.
Dum. Mm-hmm.
So the first one, you answer that question. You read it out, answer it.
All right. So this is the one I'm answering. Yeah. What's the biggest difference between long-term committed sex? Oh, I'm sorry.
Your phone was talking to you.
Oh, no what? So, it didn't want me to answer.
Maybe some shit with some bop in there.
What's the biggest difference between long-term committed sex and single sex, and which do you prefer? I think the difference between long-term committed sex and single sex is that one is long-term committed sex and the other is single sex.
Was it one nice? And one's like, shoot, we got
this.
Yeah, that's pretty
so which do you prefer?
Which do I prefer? I'm guessing
that's a loaded question right there.
They're probably
long term or short term.
It depends. It all depends.
You want the one night stand? You want the long term?
It feels more like they're asking, do I prefer
a committed relationship?
The passion, the passion that comes with commitment and relationship sex, or am I like a one night? Oh man, this girl is new. Yeah, this is exciting.
The excitement. Yeah,
I prefer to be comfortable. I think that in the bedroom, comfortability is more important than just raw attraction. Because I could be really attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be really attracted to you, but if I'm not comfortable with you, I might not know how to express that attraction sexually. But when you my homie, you my girl, you know, it's popping. So
my dog.
You doing everything.
Okay.
You're nasty.
You doing everything.
You're nasty. You're nasty.
You can pull one and act.
I've only had sex twice in my life.
Like,
Kara and Khalil. I just want to
Kara
put
and
it out there.
Twice in my
Confirm.
Because you got 2 kids.
Two.
I like that math. I ain't had sex at all this shit. I ain't got no kids. Fuck it.
A person you like admits to cheating in every serious relationship they've had, but says they've changed. Is this a deal breaker? Explain. Who wants to answer that?
It's for you to decide.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And then we'll discuss collectively a little bit. You know.
Okay. You know what, Les? I want to know.
No. It's if we talking deal breaker as far as like a relationship, yeah, of course it's a deal breaker. You basically just told me what your character is. But that doesn't mean I won't have sex with you. I mean, to be honest, you just was be keeping a buck with me. You just saying like, look, there's a good chance that I'm gonna step out on you, which lets me know like, cool, we're gonna do what we do, and then the minute you find your other lane, you're gonna go your other lane. But of course, if any chick tells me that, and I will hope from a female's perspective, if any guy tells you that he's cheated in every relationship that he's ever had, but he's changed, right? I don't want to be the test to see if you did change. To be honest, I got to see a little bit more than that. So, it would be a deal breaker as far as a long-term relationship. But we could be buddies. We can be buds.
Cool. Yeah, do our thing and go our separate ways.
Yeah, I think I gotta agree with you on that too, because it's like I understand. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. One time is a mistake. More than once, then at this point it's a choice, and you're choosing to continuously do this. And if you've done this in every relationship, then it's going to be a red flag from the beginning. And I'm going to constantly be thinking about this in my mind. And if we're going to do something long term, this can't be in the back of my mind all the time, because now I'm going to be insecure. Now I'm going to be having these thoughts about, well, what if she's stepping out? Like I'm already not going to be able to trust you. No matter what you tell me, no matter your actions, like it's you've made this choice conscientiously in every relationship. You know, I can't.
What if she
can't do it? Can't do it.
I would just have
Can't
a good
do it.
night with her and keep it moving.
I mean that though. I may make an exception. I may be that.
That's part of that's setting up your heart like that.
Man, for real.
I don't want to.
You're gonna be hurt.
You should never tell me. Right, exactly. You should have lied to me.
Lied to me.
I can't do it.
No doubt, though.
Lie to me for sure.
Yeah, lie to me. Lie to me. Don't even tell me that type of nothing.
You over here oversharing.
Yeah. Oversharing the thing too. For sure.
Because now I'm finna be over here like, well, damn. She said she ain't text me back in about 20, 30 minutes. What she had?
She doing?
I thought she was at work.
Yeah, I can't live my life thinking about it.
I cannot at all.
Man, it's been a pleasure though, man.
For sure.
Thank you
Glad we
so
had to catch you
much,
on, man. For real. I think the fans are really
yes,
going to
sir.
enjoy this show, man, especially the entrepreneurs out there, the young ones, because I know a lot of up-and-coming entrepreneurs that are promoters that should become more curators, man. So I hope y'all took a lot of lessons from him, took a lot of knowledge, man, because he's got a lot of experience in the game, for real. So we really appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Let them know where they can find you.
Oh, man. I'm everywhere. You can go to www.SigmaChris.com. On social media, I'm at Sigma_Chris. Yeah, that's pretty much it on all the different platforms.
For sure.
Make sure you RSVP and read the fine print too. Cause don't be bringing your friends out here that be getting ratchet all the time.
No cousins.
Please don't be barefoot in the club.
Please don't be barefoot at the wet, man. It's a nice space, I swear.
In the clubs, please,
My
for real.
goodness.
With that being said, man, go ahead. Let them know.
Oh, you already know, man. You can
let them know.
find me on Instagram at the JJones05. You know what I'm saying? My Twitter is the same thing, I believe.
Yeah, just about everything.
You on Facebook?
It's all do not contact me on Facebook. I do got a tag.com though.
You can find your boy, man. Bald ass Slash. You already know. We out here.
Man, you already know. Handsome Phenom. Catch me there.
Yes, appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow the IG, follow the TikTok and the YouTube, man. Y'all been showing us a lot of love on IG, man. So make sure y'all translate that and go watch the full episode on YouTube, man. And with that, we out.
Yeah.